So he could beat Sachin, but what other company is Vaibhav Sooryavanshi keeping in the youngest player record books? Vaibhav Sooryavanshi, it's strongly rumoured, will play in India's tour of Ireland later this year. If he plays that first T20, which is on the 26th of June at Stormont, he will be 15 years and 95 days old at the time of his India debut. That will beat Sachin Tendulkar by a year and 110 days, that famous debut in Karachi in 1989 against Wasim Akram, Waqar Younis, also on debut, Imran Khan and Abdul Qadir. But it's not just Sachin. Vaibhav would become the youngest player to play senior cricket for India, man or woman. He'll be 144 days younger than Shefali Verma was when she made her T20 international debut against South Africa in 2019. The youngest players ever to play international cricket, those records are probably safe because the ICC, as of 2020, brought in a rule that you have to be 15 at least to play senior international cricket. That means that Marian Gerasim and Nia Gregg are safe at the top of their respective trees. The youngest man ever to play international cricket, Marian Gerasim, was 14 years and 16 days old when he made his debut for Romania in a T20 international against Bulgaria. Nia Gregg was one of several school kids playing for Jersey against France. She was 11 years old. Those records, thanks to that probably pretty sensible ruling by the ICC in 2020, are now safe. There were a lot of records broken, probably never to be broken again, when the ICC made all T20s between countries full T20 internationals. That was absolutely correct, but it does mean that the record books need a little bit of context to them. So, who are the youngest to ever play in internationals between full members? Hassan Raza was widely proclaimed as 14 years and 227 days old when he played for Pakistan in the second test against Zimbabwe in Faisalabad in 1996. But the Pakistan Cricket Board actually withdrew that claim because there was significant doubt about whether he was actually that young. It was later claimed that he was 15 and he might well still be the youngest male test cricketer ever. On the women's side, no such asterisks needed, but a fascinating story. Sajida Shah was 12 years and 171 days old when Pakistan picked her for the first one-day international at Rush CC in Dublin against Ireland in July 2000. She didn't do much in that game. She didn't do much in the test match that followed. But in her second, and as it turns out, final test, a few years later against the West Indies, she and Kiran Baluch put on what was, for a very long time, the highest opening partnership in women's test history. Let's go back to where we started with Vaibhav Sooryavanshi. He made his first-class debut at the age of 12. Not so Sajida Shah. We've heard of women's cricketers having to shave their heads to play with boys, or disguise themselves. Sajida Shah had to go on hunger strike to convince her parents to let her go on that Pakistan tour to Ireland in the year 2000. Vaibhav Sooryavanshi is an extraordinary cricketer. He'll be an extraordinary cricketer for a long time. He'll be an extraordinary cricketer whether or not he does make his senior international debut this summer. But the story of Sajida Shah shows that there are a lot of ways to be extraordinary.